All right. Welcome to the weekly analysis. We have about 9 pairs on the list for the week. So let's get started. And y'all know y'all can ask questions if y'all want. So we have a weekly bullish order block for Audit Chef. And how I would look at this, it gave a triple bottom. Okay. Gave a weekly bullish order block. If I go down to the daily, I would like to see price break this high before and then pull back. I would like to see price break this swing, then pull back to continue to the top side. Not only is it a weekly order block, it is also a daily order block. And on the daily, you have a unmitigated order block here. So if price pulls back to this zone here and then starts to break structure to the top side, then I would say that's when you can get in for your buy to your next zone. This is a very strong key level here. So I would say price. So from here, even if it pulls back, it might even pull back to the zone. So just watch it, wait for price to show you what it wants to do, to then possibly buy it up to this zone here, which is about 210 pips. Again, because we're looking at market structure, right? So you're looking at this zone here. So wait for price to pull somewhere back up in here, start breaking structure to then take it up to this side. Okay. That's for Audit Chef.
Okay, I got a question.
Yes.
And you would be looking at that on the 4-hour time frame?
You can do it from the 4-hour or the 1 hour.
Okay.
But I would definitely set an alert on this line right here. And once you set an alert and then price pulled back, long as it doesn't break this low right here. If it breaks this low, so if price is pulling back, right?
Yeah.
And it keeps going down without breaking structure, then don't get in the trade. Like, just wait to see what it's going to do. But if it pulls back here and then starts to break structure, when my lines, when I like set them up like this and price comes back and breaks above it, then 9 times out of 10, it's going to tap onto this line and then keep pushing up. So, but I would definitely like to see price, because price has been breaking the high, the high, the high, the high. As you can see, price is tapping into this, or has tapped into this order block, this unmitigated order block here. So price could just pull back to this imbalance here. But if we want to get the optimal trading entry, then we want to see price come back to somewhere between 50% and 50% in the 88. So once it pulls back to one of these zones and starts breaking structure, then you can get in to buy it. You can buy it up to here if you want to intraday trade it, which is the high, or you can take it to the negative 27. And I marked this up right here, but this may not even be the high, right? Because price can go up some more and then start pushing back.
Right.
So, so as price is pushing up, you're just taking your fib with you. And then once it starts pulling back and getting closer to your 78 or wherever it's going to pull back to. And then you can take it to your negative 27. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yep, I got you.
But you definitely want the confirmation once it pulls back. You want confirmation that it's breaking structure to the top side. And yes, you can go down to your 1 hour, you can go down to your 30-minute. If you're if you're like me, like I don't like sitting on the charts all day. So once this alert goes off, I just keep moving it like 30-minute. So once it alerted me here, I see that there's an imbalance right here. I'll just put it right there. And then if it alerts me here, then I'm like, okay, so let me watch it, see what it does. Is it going to come back down here or not? Maybe not. So if price comes down here and then starts to break structure, then I'm going to get in down here. It's close enough to my 78. It's close enough. It's in the optimal trading zone. Let me just say that. So so it all depends on where price is going to keep pushing up to before it starts to pull back to your optimal trading entry.
Okay.
Okay. But if I'm looking at it on this 30-minute, what would I be looking for? I would be looking for, oh shoot, I lost my mouse. Hold on. Oh shoot. Oh sugar. My keyboard, I mean my mouse pad is not working. Hold on. Who did it? Okay, hold on. Let me see something. The whole thing is frozen. Y'all hold on for a second. Hold on. Me? It is literally frozen. See something. Tab. OMG, I am back. I am back, y'all. Okay. Now let's see if it saved all my stuff. Weekly order blocks. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I have no idea what just happened. No idea. Okay, it did save my stuff. All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay, where were we? Where were we? We were on Euro Chef. So if we have a bullish order block. So if I would mark up my zones, this would be my low here. And as we can see, there's a key level here. So, but even before the key level, market structure, right? So I'm gonna just go down to the daily so we can see it a lot better. So that one this did close below there. So that was the high. It broke below here. And so now this is our swing high. So if I mark up my zone here and then mark up my low here, that's our zone right there. Okay. So price pulled back, violated this order block. Of course, we're in the middle now, right? Violated this order block, but pulled back to this order block. So now we have a bullish order block, a weekly bullish order block, as well as a daily bullish order block. So my guess is you can, if you're going to trade the middle, you can probably trade this up. But just know that here's a level. And although it's not the swing high, it is a high, right? So if price broke here, before getting, price may pull back either to this imbalance and then push back to the top side. You know, I would draw my little trend line here. And even this trend, like this trend here, I can see it with my eyes, but it might pull back here and then, like I said, push up. It could push all the way back down to here to this imbalance and then push all the way back. Even without all the trend lines, I can see that price might tap into this imbalance and then start pushing up. Okay. So that weekly order block, and if we fib the order block, now I normally fib, I don't just fib the candle, I fib the actual order block, which is bearish candle and a bullish candle. This would be the 50% 618 zone that Todd would mark up. If I went down to the daily, we know that price will come and fill part of the imbalance and then keep moving. So it may not come back to the 50% 618, but if it did, I would say wait for price to get there and then show you it wants to break to the top side, to then start pushing it back up to, or start buying it back up to, to the negative 27 or the 618 or this zone here. Okay. So that's Euro Chef. We have Euro JPY, which is a weekly bullish order block. So if we mark up the high, if we mark up the high, and then, or even if you want to, let me say this. So when you get on the chart and you see this, because you know this will probably take a few, maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks to get up to this zone or even pull back. So you can mark up, because it was a level of, and if you extend it to the right and the left, you will see monthly, you will see that, oh, that was it. There's some level of, not where I would like to see it, like this right here. I like to mark up a clear level of support and resistance, which would be like right here. And then this zone right here would be my zone for, but as you can see, marking it here, and that's on the monthly, right? And then on the weekly, price came, pushed through, pushed back to the zone, and then push back into the zone. So I would definitely wait for price to come back here to take it up to here. That's what I would like to see. I would rather for it to come back here and then buy it up to the next zone, which is approximately 1,000 pips. Okay. On lower time frame, it appears that this was the low, and then this became the low. This wick passed that low. So price could either come up here to this order block. I don't think that's going to happen the way that this is up here. I was going to say it could come back here and then sell down, but I just don't see that right now. I don't see it doing that. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. This can come back down here and start breaking these lows and then pull back into this zone and then sell down. So anything is possible. And I'm going to put this to here because that's a strong level of support and resistance. So this could be creating a head and shoulders. We don't know. We won't know until we know. Maybe time for the Lambo lot size. Exactly. But always wait for price to show you what it wants to do. Because if it breaks through here and breaks these lows, it's coming back to the zone. I'm trying to tell you what I know. It's coming back to the zone, and then it's going to drop. Like I said, this is a strong level of support and resistance. So I would at least take it to there. And I know that there's some inefficiencies right here, some imbalances. However, there's also imbalances and inefficiencies in these wicks. So price could tap into this strong level of support and resistance, push back up, and then push back down. So I would say take your profit and then allow price to show you what else it wants to do. Okay. Um, don't get kicked out, Terry. Okay, so that's for PY. And I'm just going to go to the monthly just to see. So yeah, I'm expecting it to possibly either buy up to the zone, or like we said, that could be a little head and shoulders to come back in the zone and then sell down to this level here. And I just marked up this, but now that I see the bigger picture, it is a very strong level of support and resistance. Okay. So what did I say? It was a weekly bullish order block. So yeah, I think it's going to continue buying up. That's really what I think. But like I said, anything can happen. And just because of these rejection wicks. So GBP chef, we have a weekly bullish order block. So let's look at a couple of things. We have a very strong level of support right here, right? We have a strong level of support there. So price can come here and start selling back down, or break above this zone and come up to this area here. So we have, if it breaks through the zone, you wait for a pullback, and then you can buy it up to this zone, which is about 440 pips. Or if price taps into this zone here and starts to break structure to the downside. So right now, let's see, that broke the high. So price could, if this would be the swing low, if price went and then started breaking structure to the downside, then you'll look for the pullback to continue selling down. But as of right now, price, we had a momentum, impulse move, pull back, another impulse move, and then price pulled back to right here, pull back into this impulse move and started pushing back up to the top side. So I'm expecting price, there's an order block, the wicks of an order block here. So I'm expecting price to continue pushing up for GBP chef. And then once it gets to this zone, we can see what price wants to do. GJ was a weekly bullish order block. So I'm going to mark up this zone here. We can tell that that's a level of resistance. Okay. But I also know that we have these highs to target. Okay. So we're at this level of resistance currently right now for the week. The week ended at a level of resistance. So once next week, we can go into our 4 hour or even a 1 hour. As you can see, price is meandering. So we got to wait for price to either break some of these lows and then pull back and then sell down, or we're waiting for price to break these highs. These highs, I'm looking for this high here and then these highs over here to then push up and then pull back to these highs. Daily. Let's see something. So we have this zone. Yep. Yep. So if price breaks above, then I'm looking for price to continue to the top side. However, if price does not break above, then I'm looking for some levels of structure to be broken to the downside, the pullback, and then the sell to the downside. Now, we talked about this before this all happened right here. We talked about actually it was, yeah, okay, like we had, this was our swing low, it reacted, so it's a level, some level of support and resistance, and you can see that on the chart, right? Like I said, you don't have to look far back, just wherever there's a major reaction and a push. This right here just happened to be the swing low, and this was your swing high. Price never broke this low, then price never broke this low, so price was always a little bullish for me. And we're in a zone where price just might play here, and it might just play in back and forth until it wants to do what it wants to do. But I am going to wait for the reaction either to break above, or I'm going to wait for the reaction to break below, or break structure here and then take it, because we have an order block down here. So once if it breaks structure, then we can sell it back down to this order block, to this zone. Okay. So we just don't know what GJ wants to do, but in my eyes, GJ is bullish. Bullish. And I'm looking for it to go up here to, what's that, 195.83, to take out the high that's over here to the left on the higher time frame, or you can see it on the higher time frame. And then for price to start selling back down. Okay. Terry, you looking for a sell? It hasn't broken structure yet, though. Let's look at market structure. We're on the daily. You have here, here, and we just talked about this. Here. So I would need, right now, this is my swing low. Now, if price comes, break out, right? Now this is your swing low, but then break back in and break that low. I'm waiting for the pullback to then sell down to here. Okay. Does that make sense for everybody?
I was just saying I wanted to sell. I should have said I'm looking for a sell. I just wanted to sell.
Okay.
That don't count.
Nah, that don't count. So, yes. So say if you got a bearish order block here. Now, y'all know how I am. I am a second leg trader, okay? I need to see this break first. Like, even if it gave me a bearish order block here, okay? I'm not getting in at the bearish order. I really don't want to get in it. I'm not getting in at the bearish order block. Although it's not breaking these highs, but the bearish order block can fill in this imbalance or even tap into this order block here and then keep pushing up. So I need to see this break, whatever level of structure it is going to create. I need to see the break and then the pullback. And then I will take a, and then once this broke and price came up here and gave me a bearish order block, then I'm going to say, go in with the bearish order block. But I have to see some level of structure broken first. This right here is the level that hasn't been broken yet. And then it pushed back up. I would like to see price close above here first and then break this low. And then I can go, then I'm confident about getting in for the sell. But it's only going to be short-lived to this order block. It's not going to be all the way down here. I don't see that. I don't see that. Okay. So that's what I see for GBP, JPY. Let's see. NZD CAD, we have a weekly order block. So I have my high here. This is a level of support and resistance. You can see here how it reacted on previous price. And although we had a break of structure here, so this is our swing high. Okay. So this is our current swing high. It did not break above this high and then started breaking structure or levels of structure. It gave bearish momentum, but it gave bearish momentum into this order block. So we don't know what it's going to do. We don't know if it's going to come back to the order block and start selling down. We don't know if price didn't break this low because now price is going to go bullish. Like, we don't know, right? So, and we've seen more than enough that this bullish order block can quickly turn into a bearish order block. We know that for sure. So I would wait for price to come up here, show me what it wants to do. If price starts coming into this zone here, if price starts coming into this zone here, and I'm just gonna do a weekly sell order block. Okay. But then you also got a weekly buy order block. So I'm just gonna mark up from the wicks on this one. Weekly buy order block. So once price, I want to see price come up here. That's what I want to see. I want to see it come as close to my zone as possible. That's our weekly zone, and this is our buy zone. Okay. If price comes up here and starts breaking structure to the downside, then I would say you can sell it from here back to this order block here. That's 169 pips. As far as we know, this might have been a push up. Price may just start consolidating right here. Like, we don't know, right? So wait for price to show you what it wants to do. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. If I was to guess, price is probably going to start buying up, but I would not really get in the buy. Like, you can get in the buy for this order block once it pulled back, but I would say take it only up to this zone until it show you what it wants to do. I like seeing M's and W's. This could be the start of a perfectly great M. Okay. Okay. So get out, wait for price, and then get back in once it show you what it wants to do. Because now that's this is your swing high. This is your low, swing low. Okay. If you want to mark up that zone, you can, but this is like I said, we're on the weekly chart. So it could take some days. It might even take a week or two to pull back and then push up or drop and then keep selling. but mark up your zones on Sunday where price may go. This is strong level right here, y'all. So be careful. NZD Chef, we have a weekly bullish order block. So we have this low here. And then we have a whole nother key level right here. Oops, right there. Okay. So we're kind of in the middle right now. So I would either wait for price and like there's no order block down here. There's no order block up here. Yes, these 3 candles against this red candle makes an order block. And then these 2 candles against this red candle make an order block. But I like to see a clear order block to know whether I have a strong weekly order block or a strong daily order block. Because if I go down, let me see, that should have been a strong monthly order block. And as you see, price gave this monthly order block, price went back and then sold down, right? Price tapped into this order block, pushed up, and it may be pushing up back to this zone, which is a strong key level. So I wouldn't say get in the trade, I would wait for price to break out to then start catching the trend. Or price might even break the blow and then start selling, but I don't think there's anything to the left to compare or take it to. I mean, unless you want to fib, but that, oof, that's ugly. So if price pulled back to here, there's an imbalance. We're on a 2-month. And of course, that will take a while to get there. And then could start selling back down to these lows. So, yeah, I wouldn't trade that right now. Although it's bullish, but yeah, as you can see, we're tapping into a bullish order block. NZD-JPY, we have a weekly bullish order block. Same with the other JPYs. I'm looking for price to tap into this high. It's all been very bullish to me. Okay. So if this pullback happened, we're talking, it could pull back to here, or it might even pull back to the body and the wicks of it. It could even pull a little further back. However, whatever it wants to do, right? It has already broken this high here, violated this order block. So we can expect a pullback to somewhere in one of these zones to then continue back up to the top side. So from here to here, we're talking 435 pips. And then I would expect price to meander and then break this strong level of support trend line to then start selling probably somewhere up in here, maybe even here. But this would definitely be my first, well, of course, I'm tapping into, because I'm not a swing trader, I would be tapping these levels first. And then once price broke, then I would be tapping the next zone. So you got a strong level here. So from here to here would be my first trade. If price broke through, then from here to here would be my second trade. And then if it broke through here, then I would just be looking for price to come back somewhere up in here. And I'm just looking at the inefficiencies that haven't been mitigated. That's all I'm looking at. And last but not least, we have NZD USD. We have a weekly order block. Again, we have this high here, we have an order block there. And then we have this low here. So I would wait for price. Price could tap into, so price did break this level of structure here. Price did not break this high right here, didn't break it, and then started breaking structure to the downside. So price could tap into either this imbalance here or come back to this order block, which hasn't been mitigated up here, and then sell down back to this order block. And then you can see what happens next. Once that happens, the zone is approximately 500 pips. So that would be something I would trade. So you have imbalance here. This was the move that actually broke structure. So I would guess price would tap into here and then sell back down. Okay. And then possibly buy back up and break structure, possibly. But we never know. But I would say just always wait for price to get to your zone. If you're intraday trader, we're on a 4-hour. This is our swing and key level here, right? So you can either wait for price to break above here, take it to the next zone. You have a little strong level of resistance here. I mean, support here. But you also have imbalance up in here. And then you have a strong level of resistance up here. And I'm just looking. So if you're intraday trading, you can take this up at least 100 pips. Or you can hold it and see if it goes up to this zone to fill in this imbalance here. There's an order block that hasn't been mitigated up here. So, but if you trade it from zone to zone, you are more than likely going to win your profit, get your profit. And that's it for the weekly order blocks. Any other questions? Any questions? Was that a no? Then I'm going to. That's it for the weekly order blocks. So happy trading.